If every night feels like a battle with sleep, then a small potted plant in the corner of your room might just be the unexpected lifesaver you never saw coming. As we grow older, sleep no longer comes as easily or deeply as it once did. Many elderly people experience restless nights tossing and turning without finding peace, often waking up in the middle of the night for no clear reason. And when the sun rises, their bodies still feel drained, their minds still foggy, like they never truly got any rest. In times like these, any natural remedy, if it actually works, is nothing short of a miracle. But can a simple green plant really help older adults sleep peacefully through the night? The answer lies in a magical blend of science and feng shui. This is not just a houseplant, it is a living item that gathers positive energy, purifies the surrounding atmosphere, soothes the nervous system, and brings a sense of calm with every breath. It does more than just beautify the room. It helps restore peace of mind, which is the key to allowing natural sleep to return. In today's video, I am going to reveal what kind of plant this is, why it can have such a powerful impact on your sleep, and most importantly, how to use it correctly to get the best results. Before we dive in, leave a comment below with a positive affirmation like, "I deserve a peaceful night's sleep every night," or share any kind wishes you have. And do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another amazing tip for improving your health and daily life. Let's create a space full of positive energy and renewal together. Now you might be wondering, what makes a plant, something that seems purely decorative, have such a deep impact on sleep quality? The answer lies in the principles of feng shui, an ancient knowledge system that remains surprisingly practical in modern life, especially when we know how to connect it with nature. According to feng shui, plants represent the wood element, a source of nourishing life energy and a way to balance the flow of energy in our living spaces. When you place the right kind of plant in your bedroom, it is not just a living thing breathing in and out, it becomes a natural energy station, absorbing negative energy, releasing fresh air, neutralizing chaotic energy, and calming the flow of disruptive forces, which are often the hidden reasons sleep gets disturbed. But it does not stop there. Plants can also activate gentle yang energy, a subtle yet uplifting force that supports the spirit. The right amount of yang energy can help stabilize the body's internal circulation and reduce anxiety or overthinking before bedtime, a common struggle among older adults. When yang energy flows properly, the body more easily enters a deeply relaxed state, as if being soothed from the inside out. Beyond feng shui, green plants also interact directly with your brain's frequency through their natural fragrant soft colors and gentle leaf shapes. Each plant has its own unique vibrational frequency, and when that frequency matches your body's natural rhythms, especially at night, it helps your nervous system synchronize. And that in turn is exactly what you need to fall into deep restorative sleep. That is why choosing the right plant and placing it in the right spot is not just about decorating, it is a natural, elegant, and long-term approach to self-care. A well-planned bedroom with the right plant will no longer be just a place you crash at night. It becomes a space where energy is renewed, your spirit is gently healed, and you feel a deep sense of safety, something anyone in their golden years longs for. Understanding the principles behind it is one thing, but more importantly, you need to choose the right plant that suits both the health condition and the living environment of an elderly person. And here are the top 5 most promising candidates. 1. Snake plant. Unlike many plants that only function during the day, the snake plant is one of the rare species with a CAM mechanism, meaning it absorbs carbon dioxide and releases oxygen at night. But its role goes far beyond basic biology. With its upright, sturdy, and sword-like leaves, this plant carries a unique form of metal energy, the kind of energy that can cut through interference, disperse chaotic energy currents, and create a stable field around the area where it is placed. This is especially important for older adults whose energy fields tend to weaken with age, making them more vulnerable to disruptions from Wi-Fi waves, blue light static electricity, from televisions and smartphones, all of which can subtly interrupt their sleep. The snake plant not only communicates with the environment, but also interacts directly with human brainwaves, especially during the transition from wakefulness to deep sleep. Rooms with a snake plant often maintain a more consistent alpha-theta frequency, which helps the brain more easily enter a state of total relaxation. For the elderly who often struggle to reach deep sleep and wake up easily from slight noises or changes in airflow, the snake plant acts like an invisible night guard, keeping the sleeping space quietly serene. It does not do this with sound, but with sensation. When the energy in the room is locked into a stable state, the body lets down its guard. The mind unwinds and sleep comes naturally without needing to be forced. Another great advantage of the snake plant is its durability. It can thrive with minimal care, even in low light and with very little water. But the longer it stays in your living space, the more it adapts to the room's frequency, creating an energetic bond between plant and person. That is why many feng shui experts recommend placing a snake plant right by the bedroom door, especially if you live alone or often suffer from unexplained insomnia. It serves as a spiritual bodyguard that never blinks. 2. Jasmine. Though small and unassuming, this delicate white flower can make a remarkable difference in the sleep quality of older adults. Jasmine has long been regarded as a symbol of inner peace and spiritual purity. But few people know that behind each fragile petal lies a natural remedy for an overwhelmed mind and a body that longs for true rest. Numerous studies have shown that the scent of jasmine can activate alpha brainwaves, which are associated with deep relaxation and meditative states. When the brain syncs with this rhythm, the body relaxes more easily, the heart rate slows, and blood pressure stabilizes. This is especially important for the elderly, whose nervous systems are more sensitive and whose sleep tends to be lighter and more fragmented. Jasmine becomes a gentle companion, quietly easing the mind without the need for expensive therapies or complicated medical treatments. Just placing a small pot of jasmine in a peaceful corner of the bedroom allows its soft fragrance to silently soothe the mind, wash away lingering stress from the day, and gently guide you into restful natural sleep. From a feng shui perspective, jasmine carries a light metal energy, a cooling force ideal for those with weaker physical conditions or poor blood circulation. Unlike some plants that stimulate or disturb the energy field, jasmine spreads harmony and balance. Its presence is not just about aesthetics or utility. It sends a message that you deserve peace, restful nights, and a life that flows a little more gently. 3. Peace lily. In practical feng shui, the peace lily is not merely a decorative plant, it is a balancing station for humidity and emotional energy. It is not overly yang, which would risk disrupting sleep, nor is it overly yin, which could drag the energy too low. The peace lily possesses a rare neutral energy that helps regulate both the room's atmosphere and the inner state of whoever sleeps there. Biologically, the peace lily is often called a mini climate engineer. Its broad leaves act like natural regulators, absorbing moisture from the air when humidity is too high and releasing moisture when the air is too dry. In bedrooms with air conditioners, heaters, or poor airflow, this can be a crucial factor for sleep quality, yet one that many people overlook. Moreover, the peace lily can absorb volatile toxins like formaldehyde and benzene, which are commonly released from engineered wood furniture curtains, mattresses, or wallpaper. These chemicals may not cause immediate symptoms, but can subtly affect the central nervous system, quietly diminishing sleep quality over time. From a feng shui standpoint, the peace lily carries the fluid, adaptable energy of water, representing emotions that flow in the right direction. Older people often experience stagnation in both energy and emotion. The peace lily neither stimulates nor suppresses it, gently releases. Its delicate leaves and soft ivory white blossoms create a feeling of stillness without loneliness, something very few plants can offer in a bedroom setting. And if you live in a city surrounded by visual and emotional pollution, the peace lily is one of the few plants that can blur out invisible pressure from electronic frequencies, silent emotional tension from neighbors, or stress that has yet to be named. 4. Peppermint. Not every sleep problem stems from a lack of energy. Sometimes sleep simply will not come because the energy in your living space has become heavy and stagnant. In rooms where everything feels still and stuck, peppermint enters like a breath of fresh air, quietly stirring things up and gently refreshing the dormant energy field. Biologically speaking, the scent of peppermint has a stimulating effect on the amygdala in the brain. When menthol molecules are inhaled, they activate the parasympathetic nervous system, helping to slow the heart rate, relax the muscles, and bring the body back into a natural state of rest. But the most special thing about peppermint lies in its energetic dynamics according to feng shui. Unlike other plants that carry stable or static energy, peppermint represents a wood element that is constantly in motion. It does not hold energy in place, but instead keeps it moving and renewing. This makes it incredibly helpful in bedrooms that have not been aired out in a while, lack natural sunlight, or always seem to feel invisibly suffocating. Peppermint also possesses a rare quality among feng shui plants, the ability to transform stale or negative energy into clean energy through its scent. There is no need for diffusers or scented candles. Just one small peppermint plant placed near a window or somewhere with a gentle breeze is enough to make the room feel alive again. It brings a kind of healing liveliness, not forceful or loud, but pure and sustainable. For older adults, who are often weighed down by physical fatigue and mental heaviness, the gentle, cool, and refreshing quality of peppermint is exactly the kind of yang energy they need. It is not overpowering, but it provides just enough lift to guide them into a light, clear-headed, dreamless sleep. 5. Holy Basil. In the world of feng shui, there are certain plants that not only improve the energy of a space, but also act as silent guardians, quietly protecting the peace of both body and spirit. Holy basil, known as tulsi, in ancient Indian tradition, is exactly that kind of plant. In Eastern belief systems, not all fatigue comes from the body. Some weariness is caused by unresolved emotional energy, lingering worries or burdens without names. According to feng shui energy principles, these things do not simply disappear with sunlight or ventilation. They need to be transformed, and holy basil is one of the rare living beings capable of doing that. Unlike plants that only purify air or stimulate yang energy, holy basil interacts with the human energy field on a much deeper level, a place where emotions, beliefs, and memories blend with the life force of the space. Placing a pot of holy basil in the bedroom is like creating a deep, clean zone, a space where accumulated tension is slowly and silently neutralized. From a scientific perspective, holy basil contains natural compounds such as eugenol ursolic acid and linalool, all of which are mild sedatives. These substances help calm the nervous system, regulate heart rate, and stabilize blood pressure. It is one of the rare herbs that can affect the nervous endocrine and immune systems, simultaneously helping elderly individuals not just fall asleep more easily, but sleep more deeply, with fewer awakenings and a clearer mind the next morning. However, the true value of holy basil goes beyond biology. It lies in the subtle energetic frequency the plant emits. In measurements conducted using modern energy detecting equipment, holy basil consistently shows higher and more stable vibrational patterns than many other plants. This helps explain why for thousands of years it has been planted at temples' meditation rooms and even places of transition such as those preparing for death. It is a guardian energy plant, one that grounds and protects the spirit over time. From a feng shui point of view, holy basil represents spiritual wood, different from generative or dynamic wood like peppermint or bamboo. Spiritual wood does not need to grow fast. It is a type of wood that holds memory, gathers clean energy, and repels negative energy within a small radius. Especially in the bedrooms of elderly people, where many layers of energy from a lifetime of experiences tend to accumulate. Holy basil acts as an invisible filter, quietly and persistently keeping the space light safe and easy to breathe. But for a plant to truly work its magic on your sleep, just picking the right kind is not enough. What matters just as much is where and how you place it, so that its energy can flow naturally and nurture your living space in the most positive way. 1. Ideal placement. East or southeast. In feng shui, each direction carries its own energetic qualities, and when it comes to improving sleep, the east and southeast directions are considered the most ideal places to put a plant in the bedroom. These two directions belong to the wood element, representing life, new beginnings, and growth. Placing a plant in the east activates fresh energy at the start of the day, helping your body recover after a long night's rest. The southeast, on the other hand, channels gentle yang energy, a type of subtle uplifting energy that supports mental calm and emotional relaxation before bedtime. For older adults whose nervous systems are often more sensitive to energy fluctuations, this soft yang flow can help soothe the mind without overstimulation, creating the perfect condition for deep and uninterrupted sleep. 2. Do not place plants too close to the head of the bed. Many people assume that the closer a plant is, the more beneficial its energy will be. But in reality, placing a plant too close to the head of the bed, especially near your head, which is the control center of the entire nervous system, may cause an overly intense energy field, disturbing the calm that's needed before sleep. This is particularly true for aromatic plants like jasmine or holy basil. When placed too close to the nose, their scent can become overwhelming or mildly irritating. The best practice is to keep the plant about 1 to 1.5 meters or roughly 3 to 5 feet away from the bed. That way, the fragrance can gently drift with your breathing, and the plant's energy can diffuse throughout the room without pressing too hard on your personal space. This distance also allows natural air currents to circulate freely around the bed without obstruction. 3. Use a wooden stand. Plants do not only interact with air, they also interact with the materials they sit on. This is something many people overlook, but it plays a critical role in keeping the plant's energy pure and properly flowing. A wooden shelf, especially one made from natural or untreated wood, resonates with the wood element in harmony with the plant's life frequency. When a plant sits on wood, its energy flows more smoothly and continuously, like it is breathing without pressure buildup or stagnation. In contrast, placing plants in metal pots or synthetic plastic containers can disrupt the surrounding energy. Metal has magnetic properties, and plastic gives off unbalanced yang energy, both of which can interfere with the plant's biofield and cause its natural flow to be blocked or reflected back into the room. The best choice is a ceramic porcelain or natural stone pot placed on a wooden stand about waist high. This makes the plant easier to care for and ensures that its energy stays above the ground level where it can circulate freely. Combining the right energy conductor with the right feng shui placement allows the plant to fully perform as a living energy generator in your sleep space. Choosing the right plant and placing it correctly still will not be enough if the plant is not well cared for. It can become a source of negative energy that silently affects your sleep, your health, and even your luck. Here are 4 essential care tips. 1. Avoid fake plants and artificial flowers. On the outside, fake plants can look beautiful, even impressively realistic up to 90%, like the real thing. But the truth is, they have no ability to exchange energy with the environment. That is why, in feng shui, fake plants are considered dead objects with a living form, creating an illusion of vitality while actually attracting stagnant energy. Fake plants do not breathe, do not respond to light, and do not participate in the cycle of gas exchange like real plants do. This means the surrounding air loses the microcirculation that live plants naturally promote. Over time, fake plants collect fine dust, hold static from electronics, and form a thin, persistent layer of yin energy. For older adults, whose immune systems and blood flow are more sensitive, this field can lead to vague but lasting symptoms: shallow sleep, unexplained awakenings, light shortness of breath, or persistent mental fatigue, despite feeling physically fine. Fake plants that have not been cleaned for a long time or are kept in dark corners are especially risky. This is the perfect combo for storing negative energy, making the entire room feel quiet in a frozen, not peaceful way. 2. Never keep withered or dying plants. Green plants are symbols of life, but once a plant begins to wilt, turn yellow, rot at the roots, or stop growing, it becomes a source of cold yin energy. You cannot see it, but its effects are very real. People living in the same room may start experiencing disturbed sleep, vivid dreams, waking up with a heavy head, or prolonged sluggishness. If you notice your plant is starting to decline, do not wait for it to die. Change the soil, repot it, or move it into natural sunlight. And if the plant cannot recover, replace it as soon as possible to prevent negative energy from building up around your resting space. A green plant is not just a decoration. With the right knowledge and a mindful blend of science and feng shui, you can turn your bedroom into a place that nurtures energy, restores health, and becomes a wellspring of peace every single night. Start today, not with anything grand, but with something simple. Choose a plant that suits your energy, place it in the right spot, and let nature do the rest. Before we wrap up, leave a comment with your favorite positive affirmation like, "I deserve a full night of restful sleep," or share any intention you want to send into your living space. And do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you will not miss out on more inspiring insights about health, well-being, and feng shui for middle-aged and older adults. Let us build a peaceful, wise, and high-vibration community together, because growing older is not the end of the road, but the journey back to grace, simplicity, and soulful calm.